The Reef Ball family is an association of scientists, nonprofit organizations, reef construction and restoration companies, educators, ecotourism operators, volunteers, and solution-oriented environmental firms that all share one common goal. They work to restore our world's reef ecosystems through the use of reef ball-designed artificial reefs, and to educate all who will listen about the plight of our natural reef systems and ways we can all work to save them. In a nutshell, reef balls are artificial habitats that allow reef systems to seed, grow, and then thrive into a natural reef. They come in all sizes from as small as a basketball to well over 6,000 pounds, and custom sizes and shapes are available to meet any application need. Reef balls are made by pouring concrete into a fiberglass mold around a polyform bladder, surrounded by smaller balloons that are positioned to make exterior holes. Where they touch, the holes interconnect. The surface is textured to allow creatures to latch on. And now, let's go enjoy the world of reef balls. Reef balls are state-of-the-art designed artificial reefs used primarily to restore ailing coral reefs and to create new reef habitats for fishing, scuba diving, or various biological goals such as fish stock enhancement, juvenile habitat creation, or biological diversity preservation. Reef balls are unique, patented, and highly customizable prefabricated concrete units available in many sizes and styles with all the attributes required to mimic nearly any natural reef system. Reef ball patented features include a natural reef-like appearance. Reef balls have a rounded, natural-looking shape with interconnected holes for added complexity. High-tech concrete. Special concrete additives and texturing are used to ensure the structures last over 500 years in the marine environment, and that the growth on the reef balls represents a natural community suitable for even delicate species such as hard corals. Floating deployment. Reef balls have the unique ability to be floated to the intended location using an internal bladder system to eliminate costly marine barges and crane operations. When divers are used, you can ensure precise placement in projects such as reef restoration work. Hurricane-rated stability. Reef balls are engineered to ensure stability in storms without anchoring in most cases. 80% of the weight of a reef ball is located in the bottom 20% of the unit, and holes are strategically placed to reduce lifting forces of waves and currents. Biologically engineered shape. Reef balls have vortexed holes, which means they are shaped to create whirlpools so that the attached marine life is nourished for optimal growth. Reef balls are biologically engineered to provide optimum spaces, sizing, and habitat for nearly all associated aquatic life forms. Reef balls have been used in over 500 projects worldwide, and over 50,000 reef balls have been deployed in a wide range of applications. Reef balls are by far the most widely used designed artificial reef in the world. Just to give you a few examples of how reef balls have been used, here are ways that reef balls have already been used successfully. Coral reef restoration, creation of fishing reefs, creation of diving reefs, to deter netting activities in areas banned to nets, at the base of channel markers to enhance the habitat, under docks, under fishing piers, as a submerged breakwater to restore and protect a beach, as a snorkeling destination for high-volume cruise ship passengers, as memorial reefs, in freshwater lakes, ponds, and canals as permanent fish attractors, as anchors for marker buoys, in bays and estuaries for juvenile fish habitats, as mitigation for fish kills, dock construction, groundings, etc., as controls for scientific experiments, as habitat for lobster, as habitat for abalone, in marine reserves, as fishing sites for traditional indigenous fishing, as a snorkeling trail to guide snorkelers through a natural reef, alongside ships or other high-profile materials to provide higher-grade habitat when attraction is greater than production, in areas too shallow for other reef materials, in areas where the threat of hurricanes demand higher stability reefs, in arrays depicting logos or letters, as a means of generating positive publicity, as a means of attracting tourists, as a means of boosting economic activities in an area, as a substrate for live rock culturing for aquariums, in public educational displays, in personal fresh and saltwater aquariums, and many others. The Reef Ball Development Group Limited is the central company in the Reef Ball family that serves mainly to match up folks with the appropriate resources within the overall Reef Ball family. No matter if you are starting a reef building project or just looking to volunteer some time to help our oceans, the Reef Ball Development Group Limited is your first contact for getting the information you need. The Reef Ball family has a philosophy of helping folks to accomplish their own goals in ways that make good sense for them. From doing everything yourself with a complete reef ball mold system to having a contractor do it all for you, Reef Ball can help you meet your needs. Flexibility has been a key to Reef Ball's growth, just like the reef balls themselves have been successfully adapted to a large variety of reef ecosystems and the unique problems that face each one. Some of the other major Reef Ball family members include the Reef Ball Foundation, which is a 501c3 nonprofit charitable organization that provides mold grants to folks to help build reef balls with minimal budgets, often using volunteers and donated materials. The foundation also supports educational efforts to protect natural reefs and to teach about the value of our world's reef habitats. The Foundation's Reefs Around the World and Reefs Around the Nation grant programs have been instrumental in over 50% of all the reef balls deployed in the world. The Reef Ball Coalition is an ecotourist operator that provides individuals with a chance to participate in ecologically needed projects to build and deploy reef balls while enjoying a relaxing vacation in exotic destinations. Eternal Reefs is a company that helps folks build reef ball memorial reefs in memory of loved ones, often incorporating cremated remains within the reef balls. These reef balls are always located in a place of ecological need to help restore critical reef habitat. Dr. Lee Harris is the world's leading expert on submerged breakwater reefs used to restore and protect beaches. In partnership with his engineering, reef ball contractors work to offer alternatives to environmentally damaging, expensive, and very temporary sand renourishment projects. Reef Innovations is a reef ball authorized contractor that mobily builds and deploys reef balls throughout the world. Reef Innovations is also a key provider of training for folks that want to make their own reef balls, or folks that want a partial solution such as delivered reef balls, where the client then puts them in the water on their own. There are other authorized contractors or distributors providing worldwide coverage for reef ball projects. They are trained to build and supply quality reef balls at the lowest possible price. See our website for a current list or contact the Reef Ball Development Group to recommend the best contractor for your area. If you want to lease, rent, or purchase a complete reef ball mold system to do your own project, they are supplied by Reef Innovations. Place orders for mold systems directly with the Reef Ball Development Group Limited. Individual reef ball projects are conducted by a variety of organizations such as governments, often the Department of Natural Resources or the Department of Fisheries, nonprofit organizations, fishing or diving clubs, hotels, cruise lines, schools, tourist development councils, and private individuals and organizations. Often, these organizations conduct their own press releases and project promotion activities, but the Reef Ball Development Group also maintains an extensive library of press-suitable photographs and broadcast-quality film of reef balls which are available by contacting the group. For extensive information on reef balls, see our website www.reefball.com, which is the best place to learn more about reef balls with thousands of pages of information. To follow all the activities of the family, we highly recommend you join our email update service, which sends out a message every week or two with highlights of all the activities of the group, including project reports, monitoring activities, articles in the press, etc. There is no charge for this service, and signing up is as easy as visiting our website and supplying your email address. You can unsubscribe at any time. Next will be the Vicki Gabrielle Show, an interview with company president Todd Barber.